A glimmer of hope emerged from the ashes of conflict on February 1, 2025. A ceasefire agreement, painstakingly negotiated between Hamas and Israel, offered a fragile promise of peace. Central to this agreement was a prisoner exchange, a delicate dance of diplomacy, with lives hanging in the balance. This exchange, the fourth of its kind, saw the release of 183 Palestinian security prisoners. In return, Israel received 3 hostages. The exchange marked a pivotal moment in the ongoing struggle for peace in the region. The road to this point was paved with years of mistrust and bloodshed. The ceasefire itself, which took effect on January 19, 2025, was a testament to the exhaustion of both sides. Yet the prisoner exchange offered a tangible sign of progress. It represented a step, however tentative, towards acknowledging the humanity of those caught in the crossfire. This exchange was not merely a logistical exercise, it carried profound symbolic weight. For the families of those released, it was a moment of immense relief and joy. For the international community, it served as a reminder of the human cost of this intractable conflict. The hope ignited by this exchange is tempered by the knowledge that the path to lasting peace remains long and arduous. However, even amidst the uncertainty, this moment offers a glimmer of possibility, a beacon of hope in a region yearning for a brighter future. The release of the 183 Palestinian prisoners was not a uniform homecoming. Their freedom was fragmented, their destinations a reflection of the complex geopolitical landscape. Of the 183, 150 were either sent to or deported to the Gaza Strip. The Gaza Strip, densely populated and economically struggling, became the epicenter of this homecoming. 32 prisoners were allowed to return to the West Bank. The West Bank, under a different set of administrative controls, presented its own set of challenges for these returning prisoners. Their reintegration into a society grappling with the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict added another layer of complexity. One prisoner, deemed particularly sensitive by the Israeli authorities, was sent to Egypt. This individual's case underscored the intricate web of regional politics that often dictates the fate of individuals. Egypt, playing a mediating role in the conflict, became a reluctant host. The distribution of the released prisoners highlighted the fragmented nature of Palestinian territories. It underscored the reality that even in freedom, their lives would continue to be shaped by the ongoing struggle for self-determination. Among the 183 released prisoners, one case stood out, capturing the moral complexities of this conflict. A Gaza aid worker, imprisoned for allegedly funding Hamas, walked free. His case had drawn international attention, raising questions about the blurred lines between humanitarian work and political activism in a conflict zone. This individual, whose identity remains protected, dedicated his life to alleviating the suffering of his people in Gaza. His work providing essential aid and support to vulnerable communities was widely respected. However, his alleged ties to Hamas, a designated terrorist organization by Israel and many Western countries, led to his arrest and imprisonment. His release was met with mixed reactions. Supporters hailed it as a victory for justice, arguing that his humanitarian work should not be criminalized. Critics, however, maintained that his alleged links to Hamas justified his imprisonment. Regardless of one's stance on this particular case, it served as a stark reminder of the human cost of this conflict. It highlighted the difficult choices faced by individuals living under occupation, where the lines between resistance and terrorism are often blurred. The prisoner exchange was intrinsically linked to the reopening of the Rafah crossing. This vital border crossing between Gaza and Egypt had been closed since May 2025, when Israel seized its Palestinian side. The closure exacerbated the already dire humanitarian situation in Gaza, cutting off vital supplies and preventing the movement of people. The reopening of Rafah, a key provision of the ceasefire agreement, brought a much-needed sigh of relief. It allowed for the immediate passage of 50 Palestinian patients and 53 companions seeking urgent medical treatment in Egypt. The backlog of medical cases in Gaza, estimated to be over 12,000, underscored the urgency of the situation. The European Union, recognizing the significance of this development, deployed a monitoring mission at the Rafah crossing. This mission, operating at the request of both Palestinians and Israelis, aimed to support Palestinian border personnel and facilitate the smooth flow of humanitarian aid and medical evacuations.